May I commence the proceeding, madam?
Nothing evidences greatness of national character better than the excellence of administration of justice in a nation, are the wise words of Sir Henry Sidgwick in his Elements of Politics. Establishment of courts is a pivotal task which ensures access to justice. It definitely paves way for self-reliance and efficiency in the institution. It is loud and clear that Honorable Supreme Court of India, being the apex court, is particular and keen in expansion of judicial infrastructure for high courts and district courts. Honorable Madras High Court is always a forerunner in establishing judicial infrastructure and particular in enabling information and communication technology in its judicial and administrative functions. In line to the above agenda is the constitution of commercial courts at district level and constitution of commercial division and commercial appellate division in the High Court for adjudicating commercial disputes of specified value. Today is yet another proud moment for the Honorable High Court of Madras, and more specifically to the Coimbatore District Judicial Fraternity, litigants, public at large, and industries around the district, as we have our infrastructure expansion by inauguration of the commercial courts in the cadre of district judge and in the cadre of senior civil division and the district munsif cum judicial magistrate court at Annur with the golden hands of Honorable Thiru Justice T. Raja, Acting Chief Justice, High Court of Madras. Let us all raise for Tamil Thai Vazhuthu.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த எழிலொழுகும் ஸ்ரீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் மதிர் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
May I now request Thiru K. Rajashekar, Principal District and Sessions Judge Coimbatore, who has been a guiding star and a source of encouragement to the district legal fraternity, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to all. We all know the Coimbatore district is a commercial hub of Tamil Nadu. There is disputes arising out of commercial transactions required special and speedy redressal in order to maintain the status as a commercial hub. Hence, our Honorable High Court, in consultation with Government of Tamil Nadu, has now newly constituted commercial courts, two commercial courts and a district judge level and a sub-judge level, as well as for providing better infrastructure to the rural area of Annur. District Munsif cum Judicial Magistrate Court has been inaugurated today. On behalf of this Coimbatore district, I welcome our Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Justice, Acting Chief Justice, Madras High Court, who is the head of our state judiciary, under whom state judiciary is pioneering in disposing large number of cases and providing speedy relief to the people of Tamil Nadu. Lordship has graciously accepted our invitation, even in Lordship's busy schedule, by allotting Lordship's precious time to participate in this gathering on behalf of district judiciary and people of, on behalf of the Coimbatore district. I welcome Lord. I welcome Honorable Justice S. Vaithinathan, Judge, Madras High Court, and Portfolio Judge of the Coimbatore district. Lordship is also a son of the soil of this district Lordship is continuously providing support to this as a portfolio judge and also as a son of the soil. Lordship used to give various guidance to better improvement in this district administration of justice in this district. Lordship is always remain the source of perennial inspiration to this our district. Lordship's presence has made our day special. We welcome Lord. I sincerely welcome Honorable Justice M. Sundar, Judge, Madras High Court. Lordship is also a chairman of the Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts, who has been untiringly involved in this in the establishment of commercial courts in this district. Not only in this district, Lordship is also as a chairman is actively involved in establishing these designated courts from the as a separate court. Lordship as continuous dedication and follow-up has helped us to bring this day as a special day and a memorable one, and we welcome Lord. I heartily welcome Honorable Justice P.D. Adikesavala, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Member Committee of Restructuring of Commercial Courts, who has been readily accepted our invitation and having participated in this function and graced this occasion with humility. Lordship support is always complete. We welcome Lord. I wholeheartedly welcome the son of the soil, Honorable Justice K. Murali Shankar, Judge, High Court of Madras, who is always ready to contribute his part for the development of this district judiciary, who has readily accepted our invitation and marked his presence in this function. We welcome Lord. I sincerely welcome Honorable Justice D. Bharata Chakravarti, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Portfolio Judge of this Coimbatore district, who has stood with us by all the times with unstinted support. His Lordship was kind enough to accept our invitation and grace this occasion with smiling face. We welcome Lord. I also welcome the Registrar General, Registrar IT, all judicial officers, Deputy Director of Judicial Academy. I welcome Mr. P. Balakrishnan, President, Coimbatore Bar Association, Coimbatore, Thiru Arunachalam, Member, Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Mr. Ravichandran, Public Prosecutor, Mr. Arul Kumar, Government Pleader, Mr. Kalayarasan, Secretary of the Coimbatore Bar Association, members of Bar, and also various Bar members from other taluks, police officials, print and electronic media, who are with here to make this function live, memorable, and happening. I welcome one and all once again to this great function where fathomless fast seems to shake hands with the limitless future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It's now time for honoring the dignitaries.
May I now request Tirumadi S. Sasireka, First Additional District Judge, Coimbatore, to honor our esteemed Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Thiru Justice T. Raja, Acting Chief Justice, High Court of Madras, with a bouquet. Thank you, Madam.
I now request Thiru N. Lokeshwaran, Presiding Officer, Special Court for EC Act Cases, Coimbatore, to present the Chief Guest with a book. Thank you, sir.
I now request Tirumadi K. Arivali, Principal Judge, Principal Family Court, Coimbatore, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice S. Vaidyanathan, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Portfolio Judge for Coimbatore District, with a bouquet.
I now request Thiru P. Gauthaman, Second Additional Sub-Judge, Coimbatore, to present our Portfolio Judge with a book. Thank you, sir.
I now request Thiru K. Arunachalam, Presiding Officer, Additional Labour Court, Coimbatore, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice M. Sundar, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Chairman of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts, with a bouquet. Thank you, sir.
I now request Thiru A. Muralidharan, Additional Judge, Additional Family Court, Coimbatore, to present Chairman of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts with a book. Thank you, sir.
I now request Tirumadi K. Sujata, Trainee District Judge, Coimbatore, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice P.D. Adi Kesavlu, Judge, High Court of Madras, and member of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts with a bouquet. Thank you, Madam.
I now request Thiru M. Nambirajan, First Additional Sub-Judge Coimbatore, to present member of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts with a book. Thank you, sir.
I now request Tirumadi P. Mohanavalli, Subordinate Judge Pollachi, to honor the son of the soil, Honorable Thiru Justice K. Murali Shankar, Judge High Court of Madras, with a bouquet. Thank you, Madam.
I now request Thiru G. Kulasekaran, Sessions Judge, Poxo Court, Coimbatore, to present his lordship with a book. Thank you, sir.
I now request Tirumadi A. Subashri, First Additional District Munsif Coimbatore, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice D. Bharata Chakravarti, Judge High Court of Madras and Portfolio Judge for Coimbatore District, with a bouquet. Thank you, Madam.
I now request Tirumadi K. Renuka Devi, Second Additional District Munsif Coimbatore, to present our Portfolio Judge with a book. Thank you, Madam. I now request Thiru Sendil Raja, Judicial Magistrate 2, Coimbatore, to honor Thiru R. Balakrishnan, President, Coimbatore Bar Association, with the book. Thank you, sir.
Now it's time for felicitation of the dignitaries by learned bar members. I now request Thiru K. Kalayarasan, Secretary, Coimbatore Bar Association, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice T. Raja, Acting Chief Justice, High Court of Madras, with a book and a memento.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I now request Thiru R. Balakrishnan, President, Coimbatore Bar Association, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice S. Vaidyanathan, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Portfolio Judge for Coimbatore District, with a book and a memento. Thank you, sir.
I now request Tirumadi S. Reena, Joint Secretary, Coimbatore Bar Association, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice M. Sundar, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Chairman of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts, with a memento. Thank you, Madam.
I now request Thiru R. Arunachalam, Vice Chairman, Bar Council of Tamil Nadu, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice P.D. Adikesavulu, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Member of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts, with a bouquet and a memento.
I now request Thiru P. Nandakumar, Chairman of JAC, to honor the son of the soil, Honorable Thiru Justice K. Murali Shankar, Judge, High Court of Madras, with a memento. Thank you, sir.
I now request Thiru S. Balasubramanian, Vice President, Coimbatore Bar Association, to honor Honorable Thiru Justice D. Bharata Chakravarti, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Portfolio Judge for Coimbatore District, with a bouquet and a memento.
Thank you, sir. I now request Tirumadi S. Mubina, Executive Committee Member, Coimbatore Bar Association, to honor the Principal District and Sessions Judge, Coimbatore, with a memento. Thank you, Madam.
I now request Thiru K. Arunachalam, Presiding Officer, Additional Labour Court, Coimbatore, to honor our Registrar General of Madras High Court. Now it's time for inauguration. May I humbly request our Honorable Acting Chief Justice of Madras High Court to inaugurate the dedicated commercial courts in the cadre of District Judge and Senior Civil Judge at Coimbatore and District Munsif cum Judicial Magistrate Court at Annur, Coimbatore District by unveiling the inscription stone.
For special addresses of the dignitaries,
May I request Thiru R. Balakrishnan, Advocate, President of Coimbatore Bar Association, to deliver a special address.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இந்த இணைய விழாவில் கலந்து கொள்ள வந்திருக்கும் மாண்புமிகு உயர்நீதிமன்ற தலைமை நீதியரசர் திரு டி. ராஜா அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு உயர்நீதிமன்ற நீதியரசர் திரு வைத்தியநாதன் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு உயர்நீதிமன்ற நீதியரசர் எம். சுந்தர் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு உயர்நீதிமன்ற நீதியரசர் பி.டி. ஆதிகேசவலு அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு உயர்நீதிமன்ற நீதியரசர் திரு கே. முரளிசங்கர் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு உயர்நீதிமன்ற நீதியரசர் திரு டி. பரத சக்கரவர்த்தி அவர்களே, கோவை மாவட்ட முதன்மை நீதிபதி ராஜசேகர் அவர்களே, முதன்மை மாவட்ட நீதிபதி ராஜசேகர் அவர்களே, இறுதியில் நன்றியார் இருக்கின்ற கோவை குற்றவியல் தலைமை நீதிபதி என். சுந்தர் அவர்களே, கோவை வழக்கறிஞர் செயலாளர் திரு கே. கலையரசன் அவர்களே, திரளாக கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற ஏனைய நீதிபதிகளே, நீதிமன்ற ஊழியர்களே, ஊடகம் மற்றும் பத்திரிகையாளர் நண்பர்களே, சகோதர சகோதரி வழக்கறிஞர்களே, அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இன்று கோவையில் புதிதாக வணிக நீதிமன்றம் மற்றும் அன்னூரில் புதிய நீதிமன்றம் திறத்திருப்பது மிக மகிழ்ச்சியாக இருக்கிறது. அதற்கு கோவை வழக்கறிஞர் சங்கத்தின் சார்பாக வாழ்த்துக்களையும் நன்றியும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். இந்த நீதிமன்றங்கள் சிறப்பாக நடத்துவதற்கு கோவை வழக்கறிஞர் சங்கம் எப்போதும் உறுதியாக இருக்கும் என்பதை இந்த நேரத்தில் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். ஒருங்கிணைந்த நீதிமன்றமாக இருந்த நிலையில் தற்போது வணிக நீதிமன்றம் மட்டும் வேறு இடத்தில் செயல்பட உள்ளதற்கு காரணம் இந்த வளாகத்தில் ஏற்பட்டுள்ள இடப்பற்றாக்குறைதான். இந்த நேரத்தில் கோவை வழக்கறிஞர் சங்கத்தின் சார்பாக நான் 2 கோரிக்கைகளை முன்வைக்கின்றேன். கோவை மாவட்டம் ஒன்றாக இருந்த இந்த நீதிமன்றங்கள் எல்லாம் தற்பொழுது தாலுகா அளவில் ஆரம்பிக்கப்பட்டதால் கோவை மாநகர நீதிமன்ற எல்லை குறுகிவிட்டது. தமிழகத்திலே பெரிய மாவட்டம் கோவை மாவட்டம், மேலும் மிக பெரிய தொழில் நகரமும் ஆகும். எனவே எங்கள் நீண்ட நாள் கோரிக்கையான உயர்நீதிமன்ற கிளை அல்லது சர்க்கியூட் பெஞ்ச் கோவையில் துவங்க ஏற்பாடு செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று பணிவாக வேண்டுகோளை வைக்கின்றேன். மேலும் நமது நீதிமன்ற வளாகத்தில் வாகனங்கள் நிறுத்த இடம் பற்றாக்குறை உள்ளதால் மல்டி லெவல் கார் பார்க்கிங் வசதி செய்து தர வேண்டும் என்று 2 வேண்டுகோளை தாழ்மையுடன் முன்வைக்கின்றேன். இந்த விழாவில் கலந்து கொள்ள எனக்கு வாய்ப்பு வழங்கியவருக்கு நன்றி தெரிவித்து விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir.
special address. Our portfolio judge, Honorable Thiru Justice D. Bharata Chakravarti, Judge High Court of Madras, is known for his simplicity, humane approach and ethical behavior, having in-depth knowledge in any aspect of law. A staunch believer of alternative dispute resolution mechanism and an ardent user of technology. I request Honorable Thiru Justice D. Bharata Chakravarti, Judge High Court of Madras and Portfolio Judge for Coimbatore District to deliver the special address.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். My Lord, the Honorable Acting Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, learned presiding officers, respected senior advocates, and my dear members of the bar. Why commercial courts? After all, the judiciary is existing for the benefit of litigants. Any conflict resolution system, they say, should give three types of satisfaction to the litigants. First, emotional satisfaction. Number two, procedural satisfaction. Number three, substantive satisfaction, which means that they should get the result. Look at this Commercial Courts Act. It first concentrates on emotional satisfaction. You have to go for pre-institution mediation. I'm saying don't even think that there are no emotional issues involved in commercial litigation. No. If you go deeper into it, there is a lot of tension and stress in those litigations. There is a lot of emotions involved. Money has to come, goods are supplied. The creditor till 11 o'clock in his current account, the EMI will be deducted. See, these are matters which gives rise to a lot of emotional things. The legislature, in its wisdom, has rightly put the emotional satisfaction first. They have to sit across the table, talk, which gives them the party the control of his own case. That is how the commercial court, the pre-institution mediation first. Second thing is the procedural satisfaction. See, why the difference between our regular courts and this commercial system is that there is a lot of human discretion in our regular courts. We have a time for written statement, but then there is a judge, therefore we can go and take adjournment. We can say there is a bereavement in family, we can say that a person has gone to Sabrimala, so on and so forth. But the Commercial Courts Act takes away lot of these discretions. Even the judge can't give you time beyond that. Now, you think of, for example, trademark registry. Trademark registry is run by website. You have to file your opposition. That is again like a case only, our suit only. But the point is, there is no human interface. Within 30 days, if the opposition filer, the person who filed, is not uploaded his document, petition is thrown away, dumped. Then once he uploads his document, the other person has to file his counter within 15 days. Otherwise, the petition will stand allowed. Now, nobody goes and stands before that website or the software and asks for adjournment because it will not listen. So, Commercial Courts Act in a way is there, and the specialized courts are there to streamline the procedure better. They have a better case management. So that, the third element, that is the substantive satisfaction. Ultimately, the parties should realize, when we say Coimbatore is a 50 billion GDP town and one of the top 10 towns in the whole country, then the persons who are the manufacturers, the IT park, whoever is running that, they must be able to realize if they file the suit for recovery of money, it should reach them within the time. So that is the purpose with which the dedicated commercial courts are specially inaugurated, especially keeping in mind the commercial nature of litigations in Coimbatore. As the Bar Association President spoke, that I know I have been closely associated with the Coimbatore Bar. We know that it is one of the most competent bars in the state of Tamil Nadu, and they will extend their fullest support. And I wish great success for this newly inaugurated commercial courts and the other newly inaugurated court in Annur. And I wish all the best the Coimbatore District Judiciary. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, Lordship.
Our son of the soil, Honorable Thiru Justice K. Murali Shankar, Judge, High Court of Madras, is known for his dedication, hard work, and pleasing smile. His Lordship's exposition to various facets of law is vivid. His Lordship, in fact, treated this function as his own and can be regarded more as a host than as a guest. May I request Honorable Thiru Justice K. Murali Shankar, Judge, High Court of Madras, to deliver the special address.
வானார்ந்த புதியின் மிசை வளர்கின்ற மதியே, மன்னிய மூவேந்திரதம் மடி வளர்ந்த மகளே, தேனார்ந்த தீஞ்சுனைசால் திருமாலின் குன்றம், தென்குமரி ஆயிடேற செங்கோல்கொள் தேவி, காணார்ந்த தேனே கற்கண்டே நற்கனியே, கண்ணே கண்மணியே அக்கட்புழஞ்சர் தேவி, ஆனாத நூற்கடலை அளித்தருளும் அமிழ்தே, தாயே தமிழே முதல் வணக்கம். தொன்மையான கொங்கு மண்டலத்தினுடைய முதன்மை நகரமாக, இந்தியாவின் 16வது மிகப்பெரிய நகரமாக, தென்னிந்தியாவின் 4வது மிகப்பெரிய நகரமாக, தொழில் மற்றும் தொழில்நுட்ப வளர்ச்சியில் வேகமாக வளர்ந்து வருகிற நகரமாக, உலகத்திலேயே 2வது சுவைமிகுந்த குடிநீரை கொண்டிருக்கின்ற, என்னை பெற்று வளர்த்து உருவாக்கிய இந்த கோயம்புத்தூரிலே நடக்கின்ற இந்த சிறப்பான விழாவிற்கு தலைமை ஏற்றிருக்கின்ற தமிழ்நாட்டின் நீதித்துறை வரலாற்றில் 25 வருடங்களுக்கு பிறகு தமிழ்நாட்டின் மைந்தராக 5 மாதங்களுக்கு மேலாக சென்னை உயர்நீதிமன்றத்தினுடைய தலைமை பொறுப்பில் இருக்கும் ஒரே நீதியரசர், குறுகிய காலத்தில் பல இடங்களிலே அதிகமான நீதிமன்றங்களை திறந்து வைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்ற பெருமதிப்புக்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் போற்றுதலுக்கும் உரிய மாண்புமை தலைமை நீதியரசர் திரு டி ராஜா அவர்களே, பெருமதிப்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் உரிய கோயம்புத்தூர் மாவட்டத்தினுடைய பொறுப்பு நீதியரசர் மூத்த சகோதரர் இம்மண்ணின் மைந்தர் மாண்புமை நீதியரசர் திரு வைத்தியநாதன் அவர்களே, பெருமதிப்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் உரிய வணிக நீதிமன்றங்களினுடைய சீரமைப்பு குழுவினுடைய தலைவர் அன்பு சகோதரர் மாண்புமை நீதியரசர் திரு சுந்தர் அவர்களே, பெருமதிப்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் உரிய வணிக நீதிமன்றங்களுடைய சீரமைப்பு குழுவினுடைய உறுப்பினர் அன்பு சகோதரர் மாண்புமை நீதியரசர் திரு பி டி ஆதிகேசவல் அவர்களே, பெருமதிப்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் உரிய கோயம்புத்தூர் மாவட்டத்தினுடைய பொறுப்பு நீதியரசர் அன்பு சகோதரர் மாண்புமை நீதியரசர் திரு பரத சக்கரவர்த்தி அவர்களே, முதன்மை மாவட்ட நீதிபதி திரு ராஜசேகர் அவர்களே, பதிவாளர் ஜெனரல் அவர்களே, அன்பு சகோதரி நீதிபதிகளே, பாரம்பரியமிக்க கோயம்புத்தூர் வழக்கறிஞர் சங்கத்தினுடைய தலைவர் அன்பு நண்பர் பாலகிருஷ்ணன் அவர்களே, பல்வேறு வழக்கறிஞர் சங்கத்தினுடைய தலைவர் உள்ளிட்ட நிர்வாகிகளே, தமிழ்நாடு பார் கவுன்சிலினுடைய உறுப்பினர் அன்பு நண்பர் அருணாச்சலம் அவர்களே, பெரியவர்களே, நண்பர்களே, பத்திரிகை மற்றும் ஊடக நண்பர்களே, உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய நன்றி கலந்த மதிய வணக்கங்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நான் உயர்நீதிமன்ற நீதிபதியாக பதவியேற்ற பிறகு சொந்த மண்ணிலே நேரடியாக கலந்து கொள்கிற முதல் அலுவல் சார்ந்த நிகழ்ச்சியாக இருக்கிறது. அது எனக்கு மகிழ்ச்சி. அதிலும் தலைமை நீதியரசர் உட்பட 5 நீதிபதிகள் கலந்து கொள்கின்ற நிகழ்ச்சியாக அமைந்ததில் பெருமகிழ்ச்சி. டைம் இஸ் வாட் வி வாண்ட் மோஸ்ட், பட் வாட் வி யூஸ் worst. இது வில்லியம் பென் சொன்னது. We must use time as a tool, not as a crutch. கென்னடி சொன்னது. நேரத்தை பற்றி குறிப்பிடுவதற்கான காரணம், வணிக நீதிமன்றங்கள் நேரத்தை போன்றது. நேரத்தை நம்மால் நிறுத்த முடியாது. அதே போன்று இந்த நீதிமன்றத்திலே நடவடிக்கைகள் தொடங்கிவிட்டால் நிறுத்த முடியாது. குறிப்பிட்ட காலத்திற்குள் நடவடிக்கைகளை முடிக்க வேண்டும் என்கிற அடிப்படையில் தான் சட்டம் இயற்றப்பட்டு இன்று இந்த நீதிமன்றங்கள் நடத்தப்பட்டு வருகிறது. பொதுவாக வணிக நீதிமன்றங்கள் பணக்காரர்களுக்கானது, 5 நட்சத்திர வசதிகள் கொண்ட நீதிமன்றங்கள் என்றெல்லாம் விமர்சனங்கள் வைக்கப்படுகிறது. நாட்டின் பொருளாதாரம் மேம்பட வேண்டும் என்று சொன்னால் இங்கு இருக்கின்ற வணிக நடவடிக்கைகள் சிறப்பாக நடக்க வேண்டும். பன்னாட்டு நிறுவனங்கள் இங்கு வர வேண்டும். இங்கு இருக்கின்ற வணிக நிறுவனங்கள் பன்னாட்டு நிறுவனங்களோடு போட்டியிட்டு வளர வேண்டும். 2 வணிக நிறுவனங்களிடையே பிரச்சனை ஏற்பட்டு நீதிமன்றத்திற்கு சென்றால் அதனால் காலதாமதம் ஏற்படும் பட்சத்திலே அந்த பாதிப்பது அந்த 2 நிறுவனங்கள் மட்டுமல்ல, நாட்டினுடைய பொருளாதாரம் தான். அதனால்தான் வணிக வளர்ச்சி, பொருளாதார வளர்ச்சியை கருத்தில் கொண்டு இந்த நீதிமன்றங்கள் இந்தியா முழுவதும் தொடங்கப்பட்டு கொண்டிருக்கிறது. பொதுவாக நீதிபதிகளும் வழக்கறிஞரும் நாணயத்தின் 2 பக்கங்கள் என்று சொல்வார்கள். ஆனால் நீதிமன்றங்கள் சிறப்பாக செயல்பட வேண்டும் என்றால் நீதிமன்ற பணியாளர்களுடைய பங்களிப்பு மிகவும் அவசியம். என்னை பொறுத்தவரையில் நீதிபதிகள், வழக்கறிஞர்கள், நீதிமன்ற பணியாளர்கள் ஒரு முக்கோணத்தினுடைய 3 பக்கங்களை போன்றவர்கள். 3 பக்கங்களும் சரியாக இருக்க வேண்டும். 3 தரப்பிலும் ஒருங்கிணைந்து செயல்பட்டால்தான் நீதி பரிபாலனம் சிறப்பாக இருக்கும். தமிழ்நாட்டிலேயே 3வதாக நம்முடைய கோயம்புத்தூருக்கு 2 வணிக நீதிமன்றங்களை திறந்து வைத்திருக்கும் மாண்புமை தலைமை நீதியரசருக்கும் வணிக நீதிமன்றங்களுடைய சீரமைப்பு குழுவிற்கும் இத்தருணத்திலே என்னுடைய சார்பிலும் உங்கள் சார்பிலும் உங்களின் பலத்த கைத்தட்டல்களோடு நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றிகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இந்த நீதிமன்றங்களை பெற்றிருக்கின்ற வழக்கறிஞர்களுக்கும் கோயம்புத்தூர் வாழ் மக்களுக்கும் என்னுடைய மனமார்ந்த வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்து நிறைவு செய்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, Lordship, for inspiring and spontaneous special address.
Our judge, who is the member of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts, Honorable Thiru Justice P.D. Adikeshavalu, Judge High Court of Madras, is known for his dynamism, goal-specific, shrewdness, and efficiency. His Lordship's unstinted support is loud and clear in the establishments of the commercial courts across the state in a phased manner. May I request Honorable Thiru Justice P.D. Adikeshavalu, Judge High Court of Madras, and member of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts to deliver the special address.
Honorable Acting Chief Justice, Honorable Justice T. Raja, Honorable Justices Vaidyanathan, Honorable Justice M. Sundar, Honorable Justice K. Murali Shankar, Honorable Justice D. Bharat Chakravarti, the Principal District Judge Mr. Raj Sekhar, Registrar General, Judicial Officers, President and members of the Bar, and the other invitees and guests today. We have gathered here for a very unique occasion in the sense that in one hand, we have inaugurated the commercial court. At the same time, we have not forgotten the common man at the village. At Annur, we have opened also another court, remembering them also. So we have got a very balanced approach today, which reflects that the judiciary is for everyone, and it is not for any particular class of persons. Now coming to the functioning of our courts, the commercial courts definitely have a very important objective of ensuring speedy justice. Not only specialization, the expediency with which the matters are to be disposed is of very prime importance. The procedure that is envisaged with the amendments being brought by the Commercial Courts Act to the Civil Procedure Code pinpoint and have identified areas where delays have taken place. So we will have to take into consideration the legislative wisdom and achieve the object by ensuring that the cases are disposed expeditiously. It is not important that how many cases we dispose. It is important how fast we dispose the cases. So therefore, my humble request to the members of the bar and to judicial officers to well equip themselves and train themselves well with the procedures envisaged under the Act to ensure that matters get expeditiously disposed. And my best wishes to one and all, the judicial officers here and to the members of the bar. Thank you for the opportunity. Before I part, I should also say, as my brother Murali Shankar had pointed out, these 6 months we have shown in Tamil Nadu under the leadership of our active Chief Justice throughout the state. We have started many projects. We have not only opened the courts, we have also started many projects. We hope that the seeds that we have sown will bear the fruit soon, and we look forward for his leadership and more in the next months also. Thank you, my lords, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Lordship, for your enlightening speech.
Our judge, who is the chairman of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts, Honorable Thiru Justice M. Sundar, Judge High Court of Madras, is known for his erudition, language, and clarity in his approach. His Lordship's involvement in the commercial courts and its development is not only restricted to the infrastructure expansion and establishment of commercial courts in a quick succession in districts starting with Chennai, Salem, and Coimbatore being third in the row, but his Lordship's recent decision in Prakash Babu Bakundi Reddy speaks what stands as guiding light and is a testimony to the march of law in the commercial dispute arena following the Patel's automation case of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. May I request Honorable Thiru Justice M. Sundar, Judge High Court of Madras and Chairman of Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts to deliver the special address.
Honorable Acting Chief Justice, other Honorable Brother Judges, learned Principal District Judge, President, Bar President, members of the Bar, all the judicial officers from the District Judiciary, from the Registry, the staff of the various courts, and most importantly, the Fourth Estate, the press, who are all here. A warm good afternoon. Vanakkam. At the outset, please pardon me. I have a bad throat today. Please pardon me for that. Uh, as regards Coimbatore, it is known as Manchester of South India. I'm aware, I'm sure most of you are aware of this. The reason is the development of trade, commerce, and industries. It was a forerunner and it continues to be a forerunner. Therefore, it is only most appropriate that the commercial courts, dedicated commercial courts, which were newly constituted, are inaugurated in Coimbatore. Of course, we went by data. The data was culled out, and based on the data, we chose certain pilot districts, and Coimbatore was one of them. We got unstinting support from the former Chief Justice, our present Acting Honorable Chief Justice, unstinted support and free hand, which has made it possible for us to do all this in quick succession. Most importantly, I thought I'll touch upon what this act is. It's only 4 minutes for me. இந்த வணிக வழக்குகள் சட்டம் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னங்கிறத மாத்திரம் பார்த்துருவோம். ஸ்டாஃபுக்கும் இது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். நிறைய பேர் சுரேஷ் தாரா இருக்கலாம், நிறைய பேர் இதை டீல் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கலாம். அதனால் இது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். இந்த வணிக வழக்குகள் சட்டம் 2015 அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு வழக்கு நடைமுறை சட்டம் மட்டுமே. உரிமையியல் நடைமுறை சட்டத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய விதிகள், கட்டளைகள், அட்டவணைகளில் 158 விதிகள், அட்டவணைகள் 51, கட்டளைகள் 51, அட்டவணைகள் 7. இது எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். 158 sections, 51 orders and 8 appendices. Now what this Commercial Courts Act does is, it amends 3 of those sections, 3 out of 158, then 10 orders, 10 out of 51, and adds 1 appendix. That's all. Otherwise, the law that is going to be applied is the same. There is no change in Contract Act, there is no change in Transfer of Property Act, there is no change in Evidence Act. The law is same. It is not a substantive legislation. Therefore, you might ask, why such an act and why a dedicated court for this? A bit of history on this. In the World Bank, உலக வங்கி ஒரு வெள்ளை அறிக்கை தாக்கல் செய்தாங்க, ஒரு white paper. That white paper enlisted the countries based on the time taken for enforcement of a contract when there is a legal problem. ஒரு சட்ட பிரச்சனை ஒரு ஒப்பந்தத்தில் ஏற்பட்டால் அது தீர்வு பெறுவதற்கு நீதிமன்றங்களில் எவ்வளவு நேரம் செலவழிக்க வேண்டியிருக்கிறது, எவ்வளவு பணம் செலவழிக்க வேண்டியிருக்கிறது என்கிற அடிப்படையில் ஒரு அட்டவணை தயாரித்து வெளியிட்டார்கள். அதில் இந்தியா 158வது இடத்தில் இருந்தது. அதனால் மட்டுமே இந்த Commercial Courts Act was born on 23/10/2015. இதனுடைய sublime philosophy அடிப்படையே என்னன்னா, expeditious disposal, very quick disposal. இதுக்கு the bar and bench, we wish more number of members of the bar were here. We honestly wished so. Be that as it may, it's very important that the bar and the bench have to function as two sides of a coin. Mind you, two sides of the coin are never the same. ஒரு நாணயத்தின் இரு பக்கங்கள் ஒன்றாக இருப்பதில்லை. உலக நாடுகளில் எந்த நாட்டிலுமே ஒரு நாணயத்தின் இரு பக்கங்களும் ஒன்றாக இருந்ததில்லை. நாணயங்களில் 2 பக்கங்கள் வெவ்வேறு தான். அந்த 2 பக்கங்களும் ஒன்றை ஒன்று பார்த்துக் கொள்வதில்லை. ஆனால் அந்த 2 பக்கங்களும் சேர்ந்தால்தான் நாணயத்துக்கு மதிப்பு. அப்படி இல்லை என்றால் அந்த நாணயம் செல்லா காசாகிவிடும். Therefore, it is absolutely imperative that it is a collaboration between the bar and the bench. You will see that all the CPC amendments are aimed at timelines. And if the timelines are to be adhered to very strictly, effective cooperation of the bar with the bench is a sine qua non for success of this act and success of the courts. Only one other point. It was very nicely mentioned by brother Bharat Chakravarti about the emotive content of a litigation. It's a very, very important aspect. 2 aspects of the matter. 2 ADRs. One is arbitration and the other is mediation. Arbitration, இசைவு தீர்ப்பாயம், arbitral tribunal, இசைவு தீர்ப்பு முறை. மீடியேஷன் சமரசம். இது ரெண்டுமே நீங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த கமர்ஷியல் கோர்ட்ஸ் ஆக்ட்ல இட் இஸ் பில்ட் இன்டு இட். As far as summarism is concerned, mediation is concerned, it is a precondition under section 12 capital A. அதில் எழுதப்பட்ட ஒரு தீர்ப்பு தான் இப்போ காம்பியர் மிஸ்டர் வேதகிரி உங்களுக்கு சொன்னார், வரதன் தீர்ப்பு. அது வந்து பெரும்பாலான உயர் நீதிமன்றங்கள் அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறாங்க. தட் இஸ் ஒன் ஆஸ்பெக்ட் ஆஃப் த மேட்டர். அண்ட் ஆஸ் ஃபார் அஸ் ஆர்பிட்ரேஷன் இஸ் கன்சர்ன், பிரிவு 10 செக்ஷன் 10 ஆஃப் தி கமர்ஷியல் கோர்ட்ஸ் ஆக்ட் டீல்ஸ் வித் ஆர்பிட்ரேஷன். இசைவு தீர்ப்பாயம் ஒரு தீர்ப்பு சொன்னா அதற்கு மேல் மேல்முறையீடு கிடையாது. இந்த வணிக நீதிமன்றங்கள் விசாரிக்கும் பிரிவு 34 கீழ் விசாரிக்கும் பொழுது அது மேல்முறையீடாக இருக்காது. It will only certain 8 pigeonholes are there. This is again driven by time. Everything is basically on the bedrock is timelines. We have to very quickly and expeditiously complete the suits. After 23/10/2015, on 3/5/2018, there was major amendments, and now India is one of the 10 countries which is rapidly growing in resolving the commercial disputes, and we have gone up very high from 158 position, and I'm sure Coimbatore will be no exception. It's a very, very learned bar. You have wonderful officers in the district judiciary, and with my experience, pan-India experience, I can tell you that our judges in the district judiciary, our members of the bar, our staff, நமது நீதிபதிகள், நமது வழக்கறிஞர்கள், நமது registryல இருக்கக்கூடிய staff are extremely dedicated and very, very talented. The proof is in the data. Please go to the National Judicial Data Grid, NJDG. You will find that Tamil Nadu is one state and Madras High Court is one high court, where in commercial litigation after 23/10/2015, it kick-started on 4/12/2017. Consistently, the rate of disposal has been more than the rate of institution. பதிவான வழக்குகளை விட பதிவான வழக்குகள் நிலுவையில் உள்ள வழக்குகளுடன் சேருது. பதிவான வழக்குகளின் எண்ணிக்கையை விட தீர்வு காணப்பட்ட வழக்குகளின் எண்ணிக்கை 2.5 பங்காக இருக்கிறது. This is the highest in India. I am speaking only on the basis of NJDG data from the data grid. Therefore, I am very, very confident that on behalf of all the learned members and the dignitaries on and off the dais, that 1 year from now, when we meet again in some other occasion, we will find the data grid in a much, much better numbers, and that contribution we are sure will come from Coimbatore. Nandri, vanakkam.
Thank you, Lordship, for your in-depth and insightful special address.
Our portfolio judge, Honorable Thiru Justice S. Vaidyanathan, Judge High Court of Madras, is known for his courage, commitment, dedication, and judicial discipline. A man of grounded nature with judicial integrity and efficiency, having consummate skill in almost any aspect of law. And it must be said to his credit, his lordship has remained essentially modest and humble. In spite of heading various committees at High Court, his lordship would always lend us a safe hand for the effective and efficient administration of district judiciary. May I request Honorable Thiru Justice S. Vaidyanathan, Judge High Court of Madras, and Portfolio Judge for Coimbatore District to deliver the special address.
நான் பிறந்த மண்ணிற்கும் தாய் தமிழிற்கும் முதற்கண் வணக்கம். Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, good afternoon. I am privileged today on the inauguration of the commercial courts at Coimbatore and district court cum judicial magistrate court at Annur. Since the need and importance of the constitution of commercial courts have already been spoken to by my brothers, I do not want to repeat it again. Let me point out here that there is shortage of judicial officers and staff members at various levels throughout Tamil Nadu. With this delegate position, this bar is very fortunate to have a commercial court in the Manchester of South India. Advocates will make use of the commercial courts and cooperate with the presiding officer to dispose of more number of cases. In my view, when there are vacancies, the constitution of courts with less number of judicial officers and staff members will have a bearing on the effective disposal of cases and execution works. I feel it appropriate to point out here that senior advocates, members of the bar, shall make endeavors to train the juniors and enable them to take up judicial examinations so as to become district munsif, judicial magistrate, and district judges. Every judicial officer should discharge the duties with integrity, honesty, and devotion, which is a shield, more particularly like Kavasa Kundalam. மகாபாரதத்தில் கர்ணனை பற்றி உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும். ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம் சொல்லிடுறேன். கர்ணன் கவச குண்டலத்தோடு தான் பிறந்தான்ட்டு. நம்ம எல்லாருமே கவச குண்டலத்தோடு தான் பிறந்திருக்கோம். அது ஆனஸ்டி அண்ட் இன்டெகிரிட்டி. அது ரெண்டுமே இல்லைன்னா இந்த சமூகத்திலும் வழக்கறிஞர் மத்தியிலும் நீதிபதிகளுக்கு பேர் கெட்டு போயிடும். அதனால் நீதியும் தவறப்படும். அதனால் எந்த ஒரு காரணத்தை கொண்டும் ஆனஸ்டி அண்ட் இன்டெகிரிட்டி நம்ம விட்டுவிடக்கூடாது. In a democratic society, if people lose faith in the justice delivery system, there would be certainly a confusion and chaos, and the entire democratic system will come to a standstill. Fearless and impartial justice is the foundation of democracy. Though my brother said that the bench and bar are the two sides of the coin, I would like to say that the bench and bar are the two wheels of a chariot. So both should go together. Only then speedy justice can be arrived at. வழக்கறிஞர்களுக்கும் சட்டத்தின் மகத்துவத்தை நிலைநிறுத்துவதில் முக்கிய பங்கு இருக்கிறது. அந்த அறத்தை நிலைநாட்ட எல்லோரும் பாடுபட வேண்டும். Litigant expects speedy justice and repose confidence not only on the court but also on the members of the legal fraternity. Advocate must ensure that the court hours should not be wasted or the court work should not be disturbed at any cost. All must try to explore the possibility of conducting court proceedings virtually. Virtual hearing should be the rule and physical hearing should be an exception. Everyone should equip themselves with the latest technology and try to utilize the commercial court now constituted and ensure that more cases are disposed of. With these words, I conclude my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lordship, for your inspirational speech and to remember the all-favorite hero of the Mahabharatam. Thank you, Lordship.
His Lordship, the acting Chief Justice, has been constantly striving to improve the justice delivery system in terms of infrastructure, processes, and systems, and more particularly, working culture. His vision and his action indeed is focused towards the just and fairness. A person who revere law as his life and soul untiringly strive to bring harmony in the society at large. It would be appropriate to quote from the couplet of Tamil poet Thiruvalluvar. I quote, "Anbu நான் ஒப்புரவு கண்ணோட்டம் வாய்மையோடு ஐந்து சால் ஊன்றிய தூண்." It means a virtuous man will possess stellar qualities like compassion for all lives, sensitivity, social cooperation, gracefulness, and upholding truth at all times. Our acting Chief Justice is a living testimony yet remaining grounded and calm. Within a brief period of assuming the office of the acting Chief Justice, His Lordship has been the pillar and support and the sole reason behind the inauguration of 12 courts across the state. His Lordship is instrumental in rolling out projects related to information and communication technology, both at the principal seat and Madurai bench of Madras High Court and the district judiciary with high priority, taking all the stakeholders of the justice delivery system with a sense of inclusivity, as emphasized by the Honorable Chief Justice, Supreme Court of India, Dr. D.Y. Chandrachud, which naturally promoted transparency and efficiency. Topping the list is the inauguration of digitization wing in the Commercial Court, Egmore, Chennai, in addition to launching of virtual justice clock, implementation of neutral citation for High Court's judgments, e-bail bond in one district, mandatory e-filing for anticipatory bail at principal seat and Madurai bench of Madras High Court. May I respectfully invite our Honorable the Acting Chief Justice of Madras High Court to deliver the inaugural address.
Good afternoon to all the invitees who have come here to grace the inauguration of the dedicated commercial courts in the cadre of district judge and senior civil judge at Coimbatore here, and also the inauguration of CUM Court, District Munship cum Judicial Magistrate Court at Annur in Coimbatore district. My beloved brother judges, Justice Vaidyanathan, Coimbatore Portfolio Judge, Brother Justice Sundar, Chairman of the Commercial Court Committee, Brother Judges, Justice Adikesolu, Justice Bharat Chakrabarti, Justice Murali Shankar, Registrar General, Principal District Judge, Mr. Rajsekhar, Chief Judicial Magistrate and other judges who have come from various places to grace this occasion, Mr. Balakrishnan, President of the Coimbatore Bar Association, Mr. Kalayarasan, Secretary, other office bearers of the Coimbatore Bar Association, dignitaries, learned members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen, press and media. It is indeed a great pleasure to take part in today's inauguration of the commercial courts and the CUM Court. Brother Sundar has mentioned about the efficiency in performing the judicious duty by the judicial officers and also the members of the bar. No doubt we are on many occasions standing first in comparison with other high courts in the country. We must be really proud of being first Indian and also being a Tamilian. For being a Tamilian and also being a lawyer and a judicial officer, I can just list out many things, but due to the paucity of time, I can list out only 2-3 incidences which will make you proud. In 2012, you all people know that in India we have 25 high courts, 28 states, 9 union territories. To manage the disputes coming from various problems, various fields, civil, criminal, commercial, service, etc., etc. We have only 25 high courts in our country. In 2012, this is a statement made by the former law minister when we were celebrating the 125th anniversary of the High Court. The Union Law Minister came to our Tamil Nadu Judicial Academy in the presence of the Chief Justice of India, Chief Ministers and other dignitaries. The Union Law Minister, 10 Union Law Ministers made an announcement that Madras High Court stood number 1 in disposal of both civil and criminal cases in 2012. We stood number one. And subsequently also, you take the case of, I am not just belittling any of the institutions. We all know that Madras High Court is the second oldest High Court in the country. First one is the Calcutta High Court, second one is our Madras High Court, and the third one is Bombay, and the fourth one is Allahabad High Court. So 2012, we stood number one in giving the highest disposal. As I mentioned to you, we are not here to belittle any institutions. If you go to Bihar, Orissa, Allahabad, I was living in Delhi for almost 18 long years, from 90 to 2008. I used to go to several places from Delhi, people from Coimbatore, people from Tirunelveli, people from Delhi, Chennai used to come to, address the matters, saying that our matter is pending in Himachal Pradesh, you have to go. Our matter is pending in Haryana, you have to go. And then our matter is there, our matters are all there in UP. We used to go there. During that period, I have come to know, see, Allahabad High Court is one of the largest High Court in the country, 160 judges. In spite of the fact that some of the High Courts are having more number of judges, we stood number one. If you go to the data, criminal data, the disposal of the matters, 15 years, 20 years, in Allahabad, the matters are all pending. But in our High Court, few years back, we brought down to zero level. Both Madras and Madurai, 2019, we brought down to zero level. And today, we have only 2-3 years of disposal only. Only 2-3-year-old criminal matters are all pending in our High Court. That would indicate, that would support my brother's statement that we always give more disposal. That shows that we are all working judges, we are all working lawyers, we are all working people. And the very important thing is, yet another very interesting thing is, we all know that 20th March 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic situation intervened not only here, all over the world. Both state government and central government imposed lockdowns. We are terribly afraid because our neighbors were all admitted in the hospital. Sometimes there is no space in the hospital. We were not able to come out. People started working from home. Work at home culture also developed. You see, during that period from March 2020 till March 2022, between these 2 years' time, again Madras High Court stood number one in giving the disposal of both civil and criminal cases. Second time I am mentioning to you, first time we mentioned to the Honorable CJI in Delhi when we had a meeting, Chief Justice Conference. It was about 2 months ago. All the 25 High Courts have given disposal of 63 lakhs of cases through the video conferencing. 63 lakhs of cases by all 25 High Courts. But Madras High Court alone, both Madurai and Madras High Court, including the district courts, subordinate courts, magistrate courts, sub-courts, have given, how much disposal? 14 lakh cases. You just see 63 lakhs cases all over the country by 25 High Court. But Madras High Court alone has given the disposal of 14 lakhs cases. That goes to 21%. 21% in comparison with the total number of cases. That is the greatness of our High Court, because as my brother Vaidyanathan, as my brother Murali Sankar just now mentioned, the credit cannot be knocked away by only the judiciary, by the judicial officers. It has to be enjoyed jointly by both the bar and bench, because bar and bench are the two sides of the same coin. Bar and bench, as rightly mentioned, two wheels of a same chariot. Coming to today's inauguration of the commercial courts, we have CPC, 158 sections, 51 orders. If you see the Commercial Courts Act of 2015, we have only 23 sections. You can just imagine. From where we are coming to which point? Many people say the Commercial Code Act is a revolutionary act. How it is going to be a revolutionary act? And some people are saying that it is a draconian act, very unreasonable. Some more people are saying that it is a Hitlerian act, because very draconian to them, from their point of view, from their assessment. I would tell you briefly, these 23 sections, if we just go one by one, is made only for the purpose of making the economy of the nation vibrant. It is not out of context to mention yet another very interesting thing. If you just see Sri Lanka, 1 rupee, Indian rupee, 1 rupee is valued there 4.5 rupees. I can say 5 rupees. So if you have 50 rupees in your pocket, that is equivalent to 5 times more. 100 rupees if we have, 1000 rupees if we have, it is equivalent to 5000 rupees in Sri Lanka. So you can go to Sri Lanka, you can just carry only 10,000 rupees, you can go there, it will be amounting to 1 lakh rupees. You can just book your hotel in any good star hotel, you can enjoy, you can come back. Similarly, if you go to Afghanistan, go to Pakistan, go to Iran, Iraq, our neighboring countries, the law and order situation, when you compare with India, any states, is not that much appreciable. People generally don't go to other places. Once you come here, you don't feel like going to other states. The reason is this. Why? We have witnessed very recently, there was a civil war erupted in the neighboring states. Where? Afghanistan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, everywhere. That reflects the law and order situation in those places are not as expected. But take the case of India. Every law, whatever is enacted by the state legislature, the central parliament, is with utmost wisdom. It is with utmost sagacity. And we have been with all religious mind, religious seriousness, we are following it up. The credit goes to the law-abiding citizens. So in that way, if I put it, a small reply to that, the comments given by various people, that the Commercial Codes Act 2015 is a draconian, unreasonable, Hitlerian, I would say 23 sections. It is made only for the purpose of making the Indian economy a vibrant. I would also say one thing, that when Barack Obama was elected as a US President, he was invited to UK Parliament to address the UK Parliament. In his opening address, he mentioned, after Queen, after Nelson Mandela, he said, I am the only blessed person from US invited to come and address the mother of the Parliament. He was the third person invited to address the British Parliament. There in his speech mentioned, when he was speaking about the economy of the world, he said, 3 nations are progressing highly with this heavy speed. First one, he said China. Second one, he said Brazil. Third one, he said India. In a way, people in India, without just considering whether this act is in a good or bad, or it should be followed or it should not, they blindly follow. The reason is the legislature, the lawmakers, they take stock of the situations, namely the problem faced by the people, and then They debate, ultimately they enact the law, and the law comes forward only to help the people. We realize that the laws are all only for us. As a result, and the consequences, one of the consequences, this Commercial Courts Act 2015. We got independence on 15th August 1947. Just few years back, 1942, only one multinational company was founded in India, that is called General Motor. That multinational company, General Motor, was founded only to manufacture bolts, nuts, not to make car. We got independence in 1947, 15th August. And then, by passage of time, when countries, other countries started realizing that is a peaceful nation, people started coming towards India. If you see US, thousands of famous, world famous car company and various factories, very highly reputed, internationally reputed companies are all there. But if you come down to India, in Tamil Nadu, Chengalpattu and Kanjipuram, if you see, 126 world reputed companies, industries are all there. And we have been exporting to other countries the cars, modern cars, luxurious cars. The reason is because we always have good law. We also always have a reasonable law, and only to make good the people strong, to make the people very strong. This Commercial Courts Act 2015 has been enacted. It has been brought into force from 2015. People, the other countries, they were thinking that how far our investment in India going to be made is going to give us returns. When they were all thinking that in India the judicial system is very slow. To give confidence to the foreign investors, many laws have been made. And we have got the Arbitration Act. We have Debt Recovery, Act. We have specialized. We have got in a specialized forums. See, people, they go to bank, borrow money, and when they commit default, and subsequently when the banks are taking steps for recovering the money, they go to court, go to the civil court. Then they get the suit admitted, and the matter won't be coming for ages. Result is the public money is stuck up. As a result, nobody will be able to borrow money, because so long as the money is there with the bank, only then you can borrow money, you can invest, you can make some good progress, you can make some money, you can equate your livelihood. Now, DRTs are all constituted. A specialized forum is constituted. Why? People will be very clear. They will be always dealing with the provisions of the SARFAESI Act. They will not commit any mistake. Experts will not commit any mistake. Therefore, it is an expert forum. High Court are not supposed to interfere. If an action is taken under section SARFAESI, under various sections under the SARFAESI Act, you have to go to the DRT. Result is today, nobody commits mistake. Even if they commit any default and any proceedings are initiated under the SARFAESI Act, they are able to recover the money. As a result, the bank is able to get back the money, and then in pursuant thereto, whosoever is going to the bank for investment, for borrowing money to invest in company, factory, or any other small scale industries, they are able to get the helping hand. This is the reason why this Commercial Courts Act 2015 has been enacted. Now, this Commercial Courts Act 2015 is a message to the world, is a message to the foreign countries, that if you invest money for right or wrong, any problem has arisen, dispute has arisen, don't worry. The matter will be, your problem will be solved. The Commercial Court Act says, if a suit is filed, either before the subcourt, in the subcourt, the pecuniary jurisdiction is between 3 lakhs to 25 lakhs. If it is related to commercial trade, commerce, arbitration, or relating to any trade, import, export, Intellectual Property Act, then you need not unnecessarily go to the common civil court remedy. Civil court there, once you file a suit for bare injunction, suit for declaration, we know that it is kept pending for ages. The result is the litigant will suffer and then nobody knows what is going to happen. So to make a special place for redressing the commercial disputes, this forum has been created now. Now if you are going to the subcourt, as my brother Justice Adikeswar mentioned, it is taking care of not only a big fish or big people, it is also taking care of even small traders. If a small trader is also having a problem, or he has got a money, 4 lakhs he has given to somebody, during the course of trade, commerce, import, export, he need not unnecessarily go to civil court. He can straight away go to the subcourt, the senior civil court, commercial court. Look at the interesting aspect. Once if you are interested to recover the money, pre-institution mediation procedure is there. Do not unnecessarily come to the court. Look at the very innovative, very novel feature of this Commercial Courts Act. It doesn't say that come to the court. No, don't come to the court. Go to the pre-institution mediation. Dispute, discuss the matter across the table. If you don't do any mediation work, the court will not accept the plaint. It says that please go and agitate the matter, discuss the matter, adjudicate upon across the table, matters will be solved. Second very interesting aspect is the suit is filed. The law says the defendant has to file the written statement within 30 days time. Look at the very interesting aspect. You can't just like that, all right, the someone has come, all right, our judge is there, he's a very polite judge, he's not a terrible judge. Whenever we go for asking for time, he will be endlessly be giving time. That calculation is completely taken out. The law says that 30 days time you have to file your written statement, maximum 120 days. Look at the beauty of this act. Many people are saying that it is a draconian. How anybody can call it as a draconian? 120 days is the maximum time limit. Yes, if you have a problem and if you think that this man has wrongly filed the suit, next day, the moment you receive the summons, you file your written submission saying that, no, this man is wrong, throw this man out, throw the plaint out. Court has got enormous power. Summary procedure can be initiated. If the judge sitting on the matter after going through a written submission comes to the conclusion that yes, this plaint has been filed without any merit, without any definite case, the court has got enormous power to take up the matter through the summary proceeding. It can be decreed. 120 days. If the defendant does not file the written statement, what is the remedy? The court has got the power to forfeit the right of the defendant to agitate the matter. You know what will happen? If he is not having written statement, if he has not pleaded anything, then automatically it is going to be decreed. And then from the day the arguments are over, within 90 days, the judge has to give the judgment. Within 90 days. And then yet another very interesting aspect is, you can't just like that after completing an argument, you can come and submit your written submission. The written submission should have been made ready, you must give it to the court. You must prepare the written submission. Everywhere it is highly calculated. Everywhere the makers of the constitution, the makers of the law have applied their genius part of their brain. And I would say, how many people are saying that it is a Hitlerian act. It is not Hitlerian. Hitlerian would be like this. Yeah, Hitler was like this. One day, a pressman wanted to interview Hitler. And it was during the World War II. Bombing is taking place in London and other places. That very leading pressman, he has taken time, and ultimately Hitler has given him time. He said, no, I am there in that place. In my ship you can come and I will give you time. Then with great difficulty he has reached the place. There was a big ship. It was standing. in a Bay of Bengal. When he reached over there, they went to the top of the ship. And then he was asking, "Sir, today you are world #1 leader. That means you are well disciplined. You are very strong. And everybody, whatever you say, they are listening to you without even thinking a while. You are a very charismatic leader, sir. Whatever you say, people are immediately accepting that. What is the secret of your success, sir, to become #1 world leader?" He looked at that pressman, just walking, and he said, "Look at me. Come here. Go and jump out of the ship." He just only passed overall order. That Sipai came and then immediately jumped into the Bay of Bengal. Then that pressman went nearer to the verge of the ship and then he was looking at it. Then he was just swimming. He was drowning. Then he came and then put some 1 or 2 questions more. Then when he was coming this side, he called up another soldier. "Come this side. Go and jump out of the ship now." That man also went out and then jumped out of the ship. Then he was looking left side, right side, whatever, whenever he says, people are all so obediently listening. Then after few questions were asked, then he gave reply. He was moving forward and he was looking at another man. That the pressman, showing so much a pity on that another man, he went nearer to him and caught hold of his hand and he said, "Don't jump like this. Don't jump. Whatever he says, don't jump, I will take care of you." Then the third man, before he was called to jump, he said, "Kaiye vidunga sir, இந்த ஆள்கிட்ட இருக்கிறதுக்கு இந்த கடல்ல விழுந்து செத்துடலாம்." That is something different. See, the point is, if a person is showing his regimentation, if a person is unreasonable, then you must be in a position to give reasons to that. In case any reasonable person, any unreasonable person can be persuaded by giving reasons. It is a case that Commercial Courts Act, in my assessment, in my view, in my experience, I would say that a well drafted and highly going to be respected by the litigants, courts, and all over the people all over the world. The reason is a quick remedy has been designed. An act, I am going to tell you, you take it from me, it is going to be a model act. It is one of the model code, and even the civil courts are going to follow this Commercial Courts Act for this reason. When the judge working in the civil side is designated as a commercial court judge, when he is also entertaining the client and also entertaining the written statement within 90 days time, and then 30 days time, and then maximum time limit is 120 days. When he is able to give a verdict on the disputed issues, a day is going to come that this commercial court is not only the commercial court is going to be given the red carpet welcome, and this is going to really sow the seed for the civil court to follow the commercial court's working style. And everybody is going to fall in line with the commercial court and the working style. A day will definitely come that we will say that not only in the commercial court, even the same procedure we will follow in the civil normal common law court also, the civil court also. And everybody will say that yes, 30 days time for filing written statement, here also 30 days time for filing written statement. The lawyers going there, they will be coming here. Why can't we apply the same principles here also in the civil courts? And then look at how the appeal provisions are all given now. The appeal provision, within 60 days time, the appeal from the lower court, subcourt, senior level subcourt, within, after the arguments are over, within 60 days time, within 90 days time, the judgment has to be given. And then thereafter, within 60 days time, the appeal has to be filed. If you don't file appeal, nothing, that's all, end of the case. Maybe the delay part is there. And then, within maximum time limit is 4 months. And then if you exceed the limit, 6 months time. In fact, we are just moving forward. We are going to tell the people that Indian legal system is highly appreciable, is highly imitable. Within 6 months' time, you may have any knotty issue, many complex issue, but once the Commercial Court Act is followed, I'm sure, I'm certainly sure that everyone, the litigants will be telling the lawyer to follow. I am filing 2 suits, one in the commercial court, another suit in the ordinary civil court. When that is able to be disposed of within 6 months' time, why you are taking 6 years' time here? Will he not ask the question? Definitely he will be asking a question. He may not be able to give a good answer. Therefore, this Commercial Courts Act 2015, and today we have inaugurated 2 commercial courts. These commercial courts are going to be a model court. The lawyers who are going to work over there, are going to give their helping hand to the presiding officer, are going to be a model lawyers. And their performance are going to be emulated by other lawyers practicing the civil court. And they will come back. And they will also tell that this is how we can work out. The judges who are working in the commercial court will be a model judges, and they will be accepted as a model presiding officers. And ultimately, a day is going to come that one day we are not going to have more number of pendency. And in that respect also, I would say that Tamil Nadu would be standing as a number one role model court to the entire country. And that way, I wish the commercial court to have a wonderful time. And I beseech God that the commercial court inauguration today will be accepted by all the people across the country, across the world, provided if we understand the object, the aim of the Commercial Courts Act 2015, and if we work together, no doubt, the peace will be there. There won't be any dispute. There won't be any knotty issue that would make our life restless. Thank you very much for the opportunity given.
Thank you, Lordship, for your ever-pleasing, inspiring, and informative inaugural address.
We are now marching towards the end of the function. I now invite our beloved brother and respectful Chief Judicial Magistrate, Thiru N. Sundaram, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon all. Thank you is not just a word. It is being like a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. I feel very honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on the special occasion of inaugural function of dedicated commercial courts in the cadres of District Judge and Senior Civil Judge at Coimbatore and District Municipal cum Judicial Magistrate Court at Annur. March month is being called as the first month of spring season. This March month inaugurates the spring season. Now on this 11th day of March 2023, our Honorable High Court is inaugurating 2 commercial courts in Coimbatore and 1 cum court at Annur. That too from the golden hands of our Honorable Chief Justice. I would definitely say that without any hesitation that this would bring forever spring season to the members of the bar who are all having specialization in the Commercial Courts Act 2015. And to the people of Annur, I would further say that this would be another milestone in the Coimbatore District Judiciary. We are very deeply grateful to the Honorable Justice P. Raja, Acting Chief Justice, High Court of Madras, for inaugurating 2 commercial courts at Coimbatore and District Municipal cum Judicial Magistrate Court in Annur, and also for presiding over this inaugural function, and also for His Lordship's inaugural address and special address. Thank you, my Lord. I must express my deep gratitude to our Honorable Justice S. Vaidyanathan, Judge, High Court of Madras, and portfolio judge for Coimbatore District, and also the son of the soil of this Coimbatore District, for His Lordship's initiative in holding this inaugural function. We will ever remain very thankful and grateful for His Lordship's immense presence and participation in this inaugural function, and also for His Lordship's special address. Thank you, my Lord. I must express my sincere thanks to our Honorable Justice M. Sundar, Judge, High Court of Madras, and Chairman, Committee for Restructuring of the Commercial Courts, for His Lordship's constant guidance in shaping this inaugural function. We are very thankful and grateful for His Lordship's immense guidance and presence and participation in this inaugural function, and also for His Lordship's special address. Thank you, my Lord. I must express my sincere thanks to our Honorable Justice P.D. Adi Kesavulu, Judge, High Court of Madras, and member committee for restructuring of commercial courts, for his lordship's august and immense presence and participation in this inaugural function, and also for his lordship's special address. Thank you, my lord. I must express my sincere thanks to our honorable through Justice K. Murali Shankar, Judge High Court of Madras and Son of the Sahil of this Coimbatore district. Lordship, we are very thankful and grateful for his lordship's kind-hearted attention to us, and also for his lordship's immense presence and participation in this inaugural function, and for his lordship's special address. Thank you, my lord. I must express my sincerest thanks to our Honorable through Justice D. Bharata Chakravarti, Judge High Court of Madras and Portfolio Judge for Coimbatore District for his Lordship's immense presence and participation in this inaugural function, and for his Lordship's special address. Thank you, my lord. I render my sincere thanks to Honorable Patron in Chief, Honorable members of Board of Governors of Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy for providing us the auditorium of Coimbatore Regional Center of Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy and permitting us to conduct this event in this regional center. And I wholeheartedly thank the officers and staffs of Tamil Nadu State Judicial Academy, Chennai and Regional Center, Coimbatore for their immense support. I would like to thank our beloved head of Coimbatore District Judiciary through K. Rajsekhar, Principal District and Session Judge, Coimbatore District, for his constant support. I render my sincere thanks to our Honorable PDJ for his tireless work for having this inaugural function a grand success, and also for delivering his welcome address. Thank you, sir. On behalf of Coimbatore District Judiciary, I express my heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Registrar General, High Court of Madras, Honorable Additional Registrar General of Madurai Bench of Madras High Court, Honorable Registrar IT Statistics, High Court of Madras, and the respected staffs in the Registry of High Court of Madras and Madurai Bench of Madras High Court. I am also very much thankful to all my brothers and sisters judges in Coimbatore District and the committee judges who have shown their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. Thank you, judges. I thank Mr. Grandu Kumar Patti, District Collector. I thank Mr. V. Balakrishnan, Commissioner of Police. I thank Mr. Badri Narayan, Superintendent of Police, and their officers for their kind cooperation and support to have this inaugural function a grand success. I would like to thank all the office bearers and members of the Bar Association of Coimbatore, Pollachi, Mettupalayam, Sulur, Madukkarai, Valparai, and Annur for their wholehearted support and participation. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling days in advance. We have been very fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated officers and the staffs at the Coimbatore District Judiciary. Words are not enough to thank their constant involvement. My sincere, heartfelt thanks to each and every one of them. I thank the print and the electronic media and also the unavailable social media who are all present here for taking this event to the public at large and also to the world at large. Thank you. Last but not the least, I thank you all, one and all who are all present here for your kind participation in this inaugural function with full commitment. I once again thank each and every one of who have contributed in one and other way for making this function a grand success. Nandri Vanakkam, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Let us all rise for national anthem.
Janagana mana adinayaga jaya he Bharata bhagya vitata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Uttala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jalati Taranga Dava Subhaname Jaye Dava Subhasisha Mahe Jaye Dava Shaya Gada Janagana Mangala Tayaka Jayage Bharata Bhagya Vidada Jayage 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 Jaya 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 Jayage